Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hunter Gatherer Channel. And it's a beautiful Saturday morning, June 19th. And it feels like it's about 65 degrees. And it's 6:28. My dad said to meet him at 6:30. It's opening day of bass season in New York. And I wanted to be on the water by about 5, maybe 5:30. And I was getting ready at 4:45. And he sent me a text and said, hey, let's do 6:30 instead. So somebody called him at like 2:30 in the morning, woke him up, and I think it was some kind of robocall or something. Anyway, we're gonna go try to get some bass, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you enjoy the show. And before you forget, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video. And if we get enough likes, maybe we'll catch enough fish for you. I don't know if you're worried about what my rig is here, but I've got the Cabela's XML Bass rod. It's a spinnerbait swim jig, medium heavy, 7'1", and I've got the what are they, 13 Inception bait caster on there. This pond used to be pretty fun. It's right across from my parents, and it is all weeds now. Didn't used to be this weedy, but I've caught some nice fish out here in years past, and it's like I said, it's just solid weeds. It's got these little bitty lily pads. I don't know the name of them. They got this like slimy, gelatiny stuff on them. They're just taking over the whole spot. So there's a couple holes here or there, open water, but that's what we're trying to target right now. Sometimes the right, oh, there goes the geese. The right time you can get some kind of topwater coming across these weeds, and oh, I had a little tail grabber there. Just barely pulled my frog under. I'm trying to run the top water. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I got this little frog on. I don't know if yellow works very often, but that's what I've got today on anyways. Ooh, just saw a pretty nice swirl. It's pretty bright out already. Took us a while to get over here. We had a few hiccups. Dad's still looking for his tackle. We went to a lake last year. They rented a cottage. It was pretty awesome. It was really fun. And he said that's the last time he used the tackle box. Can't find it. So, and usually when we're out here in these beaver ponds, it's usually frog, spinnerbait, and sometimes worm. So I told him if he needs anything, I've got a little bit of each, and I've got braided line on, which is nice sometimes when you're in these heavy weeds. It's not super heavy, but it can be sometimes. But it's not the greatest for concealment, and for even when I'm casting, it's kind of windy right now, and the wind catches that and kind of blows it all over the place. When bait lands, you got about 10 extra feet of line out there. Oh, just missed him. The little guy. Maybe 12, 14. I don't know. He wasn't huge. But it was some action. Right from the clear water coming into the lily pads. He grabbed it one other time. I don't know if it's the same fish, same location. Dang it. I just can't get a hook set on him. I'm gonna push up to him a little bit closer and see if I can get him on. Come on. Yeah. If you're wanting to eat something, then probably. He's close. I don't know if I got a mark on either one of these poles. I'm putting them in. All right. That was fun. I went to set the hook and my drag was pretty weak. And I like ripped 6 feet of line back towards me. It's hard to believe that was the same fish that hit 4 times, so I'm gonna bring her back across there and see what happens. Pretty nice morning. Got a little bit of a breeze. Problem with the breeze is that you can't stay put. The wind is blowing you around in the water a little bit, but sometimes when you got a little bit of breeze, you get a little bit of chop on the water, it's a good time for a buzzbait. I haven't thrown one yet. Just really trying to work this frog, because if you got 1 hit on it so far, then, or I guess 4 hits from the same fish, maybe. Might as well keep running it, but I might try this spinner bait real quick just to see. Got a little bit of a channel here. There's a bald eagle in the area, a couple of them, and man, when you have a fish that's or a bird that's an ultimate predator, I think the fish start to know that there's something up there, and so when you cast, sometimes the fish just, it gets close, the bait gets close to the water and they scatter. And we've got, Dad says he thinks the osprey have been after him too. We've got an osprey in the area too that really do a number. They really work on the fish population, and the fish, they kind of know there's something that keeps on taking their friends. I don't know why you're not catching those frogs over there. Sound like a, yeah. Sound like one about the size of a bunny rabbit. Whoa. I don't know, we might have done better at 5:30. I was gonna leave you a note that said I'm out across the road. Well, I don't know if the thing was recording, so if it was, then disregard. But if not, Dad and I just had a double. We were just sitting here talking and didn't think we were gonna catch anything. We're getting ready to go. And this is the one I got. Let's see yours. And that's the one he got. And we said, thank you, Lord. We didn't think we were gonna catch anything, and we got something. So we figured that was the what we needed to hear to decide we're gonna fish a little longer. So we're gonna get back at it, see if maybe we can get another one. His hit was pretty serious. Mine just kind of grabbed at it, but it didn't really do the topwater thing, like a big explosion. It just kind of barely sucked in the skirt. He's got another hit. That's good. It came burning back at you. Yeah, the last couple of hits he's had, he's looking the other way and just kind of doing whatever, not really focusing because we figure we're not getting any bites. And that time he was really paying attention. He's back on high alert. It barely bumped it and he was after him. These bass, they're hanging out right close to the weed edge. Bring them down through a little channel or whatever, and possibility they're popping out through. Huh. A lot of movement over there. Every time I cast in, something was swirling around, but he or she is not interested. Got this kind of clear over here on this edge. I figure we'll give it a shot. What the heck? If I was a fish, I'd be over here. It's funny, it's almost like sometimes there's a dinner bell, you know? And, I mean, Dad and I casting, nothing. Then boom, I hit one, he hits one. It's not that we weren't casting the same bait the same time for, half hour. But it's all of a sudden like there's a switch, bing, and it's time for them to eat, and then boom, shuts back off. I don't know, we've seen that before at times where it's just nothing, and then man, they just light up and then it's off again. And it could be as easy as, it got cloudy for a second, or it got a little more windy for a second, or there's maybe the barometric pressure was perfect for just a moment. That's what this wind coming in is. We're supposed to get some rain tonight or later today possibly, so it's probably a front pushing in, and who knows if that was the thing that turned the switch for just that moment. But it was fun there for a second, for sure. I would say this is a pretty good spot. Now this pond has some high spots and some low spots, or some deep and shallow spots, I guess I should say. We're not deer hunting, but it's not elevation but depth, right? So this area here, 2.5, 3 feet over there, I was hitting the bottom at like 12 inches maybe or something. So got a little depth, a little more open. There's a lot of frogs over here, different things like that could cause them to be interested. Now where we caught those fish a little bit ago, that's like the main channel area, and the beaver, there used to be a creek that went through there, so the beaver dammed stuff up, and so that's probably the deepest portion of this area. And I just saw some fish move like crazy over here. Oh, too slow. Oh, too fast. All right, we're gonna catch this fish, maybe. He pulled it under the first time, but he just barely had the skirt. The second time, he really hit it pretty aggressively, but didn't have it in his mouth when I yanked. So that was some good action. Okay, come on, fish. It's turning into a pretty good morning. Last year we didn't fish a whole lot, only a couple times. Life is busy. You got to make time once in a while. We really enjoy fishing. I guess last spring I did some trout fishing on my own, but Dad doesn't really like to trout fish too much, so. One blew up right by my bait. Oh, come on, buddy. You guys see that? I don't know if I got that on there. That sucker. I just had one pop at it. He missed it. Oh, sucker. He didn't grab it. That's a pretty good one. Huh? You gonna come show me how to catch it? Wise guy. And that's why it's fun to go fishing with somebody else and bust your chops. He's not getting any bites over there, but he's gonna come over here and show me how to catch this one. Let's see. Come on, fish. You miss one? He says, yeah, I give you a hard time, and now I go missing them. Yeah, he hit at it pretty hard. Blew it right across the pond, but he didn't have a hold of it. I was right on him, focused too, sucker. Dirty buggers. All right, push up here again. A little farther. Oh, there's one right there. It's a big old frog. Maybe we'll come out here frog hunting. What's fun is, oh man, there he was, dang it. Oh, tail grabber. What's fun, a couple years ago we came out with 22s and did some frog hunting. And because you couldn't gig at night, you weren't allowed in New York State to frog hunt after dark. Frogging was sun up to sundown. Huh? Yeah, there's a pretty good space right here. You might be able to come behind me or go the other way. I just missed another one. Another one rolled when I cast over top of them. And there's a bunch of frogs over here. We should come out and go frogging. Anyway, so a couple years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I bought a little, what is it? I can't think of the model number. It's a little, I think, Mossberg semi-automatic 22. I think I call it the Plinkster or something like that. And that thing is fun. I bought that because, semi-automatic. Instead of the tube fed, it had the magazine and a little 10-shot. And it was not too expensive. I knew I was going to be bringing it out into a boat or whatever. So, oh man, there he was, you sucker. Anyhow, so I brought that out, and the wind will rock the boat a little bit, and the frogs would come up to the top, and you pop them, and if you got them, they'd float. But if you missed them, they'd go under, and then they'd come right back up again. And so you'd have to play the wind and play the rocking of the boat and all that stuff. And it's fun. Work on your accuracy and all that stuff. And we got quite a few frogs. We did a little frog leg cookout. Hey! Yeah! I hope he spits it back out. The braid must have been frayed at the swivel. I set the hook and didn't even feel resistance. It just came right off. I not yet. Sucker. Oh, that was funny. And that is... Yeah, come on over and catch my frog back for me. That is how you lose your super hot bait for the day. All right. That's fun. So this is the bait of choice today. The Booyah Poppin' Pad Crasher. Well, you know what? This is like a popper. My other one was just a straight frog. But this will work. So what I'm doing, I don't know what this knot is called. But I'm gonna double it up and I'm gonna put it through. And a lot of you guys will know what it's called, but I don't. All right, so you got your 2 lines there. You're doubled through. If you take this and tie like overhand knot in it, yeah, that's easy for me to say. All right, so you got that overhand knot, and then you take this loop and you put the bait through, and then you just pull that. You got your tag end here, and you just pull the main line, and that knots it right on there. And then I'm just going to cut off my tag end, and I'll be back in business. I'm not going to cut it all the way, like maybe leave a ½ inch or so. Oh, maybe not quite that, maybe 3/8. And that hook is sharp. I don't see anything floating. It carried it off. I probably just barely hooked him there. All right, let's see if we can catch something. So I just heard a splash. I thought Dad had a bite. I look back there, he's trying to pick his tackle box up out of the... It just tipped over off of his kayak. It was closed, and it was floating. I just saw a couple move down through here, and I didn't cast down there yet, so I'm going to push down a little bit farther. Oh. Yep. I saw him coming, and I saw him grab hold. Just lightly. It wasn't very big, but he was there. I think he said he's had enough. So I think we're done. He ran out of open water over there. The cool thing about opening day of bass season is that from what I can remember, it's almost always the Saturday before Father's Day. So it's a cool time. Oh, there was one right there. Did you guys see it? And there was another one. It's always cool to be able to spend the day or spend some time with your dad, especially if he likes to fish. So that's kind of our thing. It's not really the whole opening day of bass season. You got to be out here because that's the thing. But it's usually me and my dad and my father-in-law. My father-in-law wasn't able to come out. My mother-in-law wouldn't let him come out and play. So they've got a bunch of things going on, and he's got a list. So she said he couldn't come out until he got his list done. That's not true. He said he didn't want to come out because he had a bunch of things he needed to accomplish. So maybe in a couple weeks I can get him out. See if we can go catch him. Seems the warmer it gets, the better they bite. So see if we can get out in a week or two. Try again. I think my hooking percentage is way down today. Missed a bunch, but their biting percentage was down too because multiple times they didn't grab a hold all the way. Sounds like he's pushing out, so I'm gonna go catch up with him. You reach it? Oh, look at that. Oh, you got that bush.
I gotta put that thorn out.
Oh, man, it's a nice dock service there. Never underestimate an old man who loves fishing and was born in January.
And can't get up in the morning.
And can't, yeah, don't overestimate him either, because you figure he's going to come out and slay him.
Still got it done though, later in the day.
Did. It was fun.
And it's always a good day, fishing with your son.
Kind of downhill maybe. You look like you're about 4 inches taller than me in the camera.
Yep, been needing another haircut. My hair cutter's on strike though. So
Fish is flopping in the kayak.
yeah, they're waiting for the plate. Take me home to dinner.
Right.
All right, that was a good day.
Got one. Got a couple.
We didn't get skunked opening day, so that's good.
Right. So anyway, like I was saying, in the boat, opening day is the day before Father's Day, and it's always nice to be able to go out and hang out with your dad. And we don't, even though we're like 5 miles away, we don't always see each other as much as we want to. So we're gonna let this guy blow by in a Mustang, the old 5.0. Anyway, but for all you guys, make sure you tell your dad Happy Father's Day if he's around, and take him fishing or go fishing with him. Let them take you fishing.
Yeah.
So we had a
Never
good time.
too late to start.
Right. So, all right, hey, that's going to be the end of the video. Just want to thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of fishing footage. We didn't slay them, but we had a good time. Like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And we just want to let you know that we love you and that God loves you, and we'll see you on the next one. And happy fishing. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, bye.